Let's see if they're not here.
Okay.
Then we'll
Count
just
me in when I count in.
October 1st to
MissionTech Ideathon 2020. Good evening. On behalf of the Southern Asia Pacific Division Adventist Technology Team and our partners in communication and media, I warmly welcome you to the MissionTech Ideathon 2025 recognition event. Tonight, we gather not simply to recognize projects, but to celebrate something far deeper: your creativity, your collaboration, and your dedication, and most of all, your heart for God's mission. Over the past several weeks, 13 teams have journeyed through ideation, problem discovery, mentorship, storytelling, and prayer. You have thought big, you have worked together, and you have shown what it means to innovate with purpose and compassion. Tonight, we honor your efforts. Okay? We celebrate your journey, and we thank God for leading your every step of the way. So settle in and enjoy the evening. Let us celebrate God's goodness and what He's done to us through Mission Tech 2025. Welcome to the recognition event. To kick things off, let's have an event recap by Joven.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Here's a quick look at the journey of the teams have for this Mission Tech 2025 recognition program. Last September 15 to 26, we everything began with registration, where teams officially entered the challenge. Now, moving on, by September 30, teams submitted their team intro video and joined their orientation. So this is where it starts to set the expectation and what is this event all about. And on October 2, we officially launched the event. And like Ryan said, 13 teams were introduced, and the challenge kicked off with a call to build solutions to support mission. From October 3 to 17, teams entered the concept development phase. Now, this is where they started brainstorming ideas, conceptualizing the mock-ups, prototypes, and completing their first task. Now, running alongside that, there was a mentor feedback week from October 6 to 17. Now, remember, the first week before that, they were conceptualizing the ideas. Now they have mentorship. So this is where mentors help them refine their ideas. Now, after that, the next stage was the concept refinement. So that's October 18 to 25. This is the time they start incorporating what they learned from their mentors and start refining their ideas, polishing their prototypes, and strengthen their pitches. Now, key deadlines, which is October 26 and October 28. So October 26, this is the final project submission. October 28, team journey video submissions. All of these steps bring us to today, which is the final day, which we celebrate the teams, their hard work, and the impact they created through Mission Tech 2025. Now, the big question is the why behind this event. So let's talk a little bit about the why. So what was this all about, and can we expect to see more about this, Ryan?
Definitely, Joven. We truly hope to continue what we've started this first ever Mission Tech 2025. This is not going to be the first, or the last, is what I mean. We want to continue doing this and develop and allow people to, our members, people who are mission minded, who have a heart for mission, to continue contributing to using technology, because we understand that technology is not just a tool. It is, you could see it more like a multiplier of sorts. It enables mission, um, and it's what allows us to do more, even though with the amount of resources that we have.
Yeah, I like that you say that, because when we look at the projects that we have right now, you can see, I mean, it's not that we will be able to implement all of them, as it were, but you can tell that there is a way in which, if we could collaborate more on these ideathons, we'd be having opportunities to actually create viable products that can be used in mission, and not just division wide, but you can create something small scale where you are, where that can have a big impact. So this is a beautiful way of, helping people to understand that tech can be used in mission. It's not just, the usual way of doing mission. We can think outside the box and use tech for mission. What did you think about the projects that we have, the kind of projects that we receive? What do they reflect about mission, and how, so far, how tech can be used in mission?
Yeah. And I was really glad and excited to see all of the projects that have been submitted. It is diverse. We have games for kids. We've got learning platforms. And of course, using AI in some of these platforms as well. It's a lot of diverse solutions, and I can see that the so what do you call this? I can see the ideas coming from our members. They really have things that they want to share. I believe that's the right term. And with this platform, this MissionTech platform, we hope that those ideas can shine and be refined. And as we collaborate with other people, not just ideators, which is what this ideathon event is really all about. Not just with ideators, but makers, developers as well, who could probably push, develop, and make these projects come to life.
What stood out here is that when you say blends, it blends technology and mission. So it's not just coding; it's a purpose-driven problem-solving event.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And I think the best part for me wasn't even the project. It was seeing how people connected across community, across country, and we can see from our list of participants, they're like students. It's not just a one single, like for example, all programmers or all techies. There's professionals, there's students, there are so a lot of mix.
Oh, dude, and here's one interesting thing that I've found. Out of the 13 teams, only 2 teams actually had technologists in them. Most of the teams, no one there. You wouldn't say that they were developers or people into IT. You wouldn't say that, but they delivered. And that's what I loved about this event. I really love seeing those ideas being presented, being refined, and yeah.
Well, we just want to take this moment. I guess we can recognize the work of these teams and what they have done. It's been amazing to see how people think about tech in mission and how you've put these projects together. It's not easy to come up with a concept and then completely think on it and then work on it and then come up with something that can be used, And so this idea of creating something and then seeing it come alive on a screen, in a mock-up, on a PowerPoint presentation, that takes a lot of work. It takes energy. And this event is saying thank you and praise to God for the creativity and your tenacity and dedication to actually taking part in this. As has been mentioned before, we have had 13 teams that began with us. And we are amazed at how, we had diverse backgrounds. We talked about the students. We have students from academy level all the way up to postgraduate level. This is the mindsets that we're working with. We have denominational employees who took time from their work to contribute to this. And of course, we have the laymen. So there was a cut across the board from professionals to students. So this is a way of, just letting everyone know, if you haven't yet taken part in the Ideathon, this is just another way of letting you know there is no boundary, there is no lines about, maybe I can't. Yes, you can. Anyone can. If you have an idea, it can be created. And this was what this platform was to encourage us to do. So once again, we thank God for all the teams that were able to, work on something. And I think Ryan has a special mention for, we did lose some teams along the way for various reasons. And some of them were students, and they were like, okay, this is too much. We want to focus on our studies, and we respect that. It's okay. And so we want to talk about those who were able to finish up to the end. So maybe you can take it away.
Right. And so, like what you said, we had 13 teams pioneer this program with us. And out of those 13, we have 6 teams who have made submissions to the final entries. Okay. And so out of these 6 teams, before we present the finalists, we would like to recognize these teams and their unique contributions. So we have the 3 Wise Men, AUP Tycoons, Mind Mana, 2 Beacons, AIX, and Mission Possible teams. Now, we're going to run through the 4 teams, AUP Tycoons, Mind Mana, 2 Beacons, and 3 Wise Men, and let's see what their project, let's see what they've got. So up first is AUP Tycoons from the Adventist University of the Philippines, and this is their prototype. And their focus was the spiritual growth of church members and having a one-stop app for all resources. And you can see here in their application, you've got an app for, it's a library, educational materials. You've got stories as well as, something for quizzes and doing lessons as well. And we've got this community and news features as well in their app. It's a one-stop app, basically. And
it really
and
is.
you've got something for events, you've got something for prayer, and I believe there's a health section for here as well. It's a huge project idea, and I love what they've come up with. So their project is called HAIL, which is an acronym for Holistic Adventist Life Enrichment Application. Up next, we have Mind Mana, Adventist International's Institute of Advanced Studies Academy students. And their application, their project idea, let's see, their project idea, this team focuses on having a Bible knowledge app. This app encourages fundamental Bible knowledge and a quiz feature to gauge one's knowledge. So as you can see here, they've built this prototype. Oh, sorry about that. Incorrect. And as we're trying to test out this prototype as well. Now, I'm going to show you later link a QR code where you can visit all of the project pages. They have a project brief, they have presentation deck as well as this things that you're seeing here on your screen. You're going to see which challenges that the teams were trying to address, and you can see all of that later on as we show that to you, the link to this project website. And this is Team Mind Mana. And Next, we have two Beacons team, which is from local members of our Seventh-day Adventist Church from Central Luzon Conference. And this is their project idea. Their project is also focused on spiritual growth of members, but went a step further to incorporate a learning platform that can be monitored by spiritual leaders. So you can see here, this one is, I believe, an onboarding step for the person who is interested in using their app.
Yeah. And it's called a Disciple Hub.
It's called a Disciple Hub, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yes, this is called the Disciple Hub, and this is really focused on learning and for collaborating with other students. So you can see here, they have a section for Bible learning journeys where you can enroll for different Bible courses. You can see your progress as you go along the courses that you've enrolled in. So you've got milestones as well that maybe reward you with things. So yeah, this is one of the learning platforms here that have been submitted during this project. And now I believe this is one of our favorites from the three wise men, the Adventist International Institute of Advanced Studies Academy. Again, these are high school students, academy students, and they're the three wise men, and this is their project idea called Advent Loom. And here's a short demo of this one. So what this is an application as well where you can see I believe this app is about encouraging spiritual growth for children with a sheep avatar that grows as you grow.
Yeah.
So everything revolves around the sheep. This is targeted at young audiences and our kids. And wow, this thing has a workout feature for the sheep. I wonder if if you follow along, I wonder if as you do your workouts, do you think the sheep is going to grow muscles?
I can't imagine a sheep bulking inside with biceps, 14 inches biceps. But this, the three wise men, their project is really, how do you say that? You remember something because of the sheep.
Definitely. It's definitely an interesting project. And I love what they've done here. I love their ideas, and I'm interested to see if there is anyone out there who can bring this project to life. I'd definitely be down to installing this one. Let us know. Contact us when you develop this. We'd love to try this out. Please. We will be your alpha beta testers for this one. Okay, so here on your screen, you can see all the other projects you can see all the details about this project. Each project actually has a paper, a document that outlines what the project is all about, the challenges, the impact, how it aligns with mission. And you can see it here on this page. You can see the mock-ups, additional prototypes that we were not able to show here because some of the projects are really, really complex and involved, and we're just scratching the surface. But you can view this on the project website, on our website, tech.adventist.asia as well. So at this time, let's talk about the finalists. So at this time, I'm honored to introduce the teams who not only transformed their concept into a concept prototype, but were also able to meet the complete submission criteria of the event. So in no particular order, I'd like to present our first finalist, AIDX. Do we have AIDX on the call with us? Oh, sorry. just making sure that we do have them. But before we,
How do you pronounce?
oh yeah. So
Me and Renee a while ago we were talking. How do you say this?
right.
AI ed X? Because I was listening
Right,
to AI X. So I was, how do you a?
So talking with the team members, that's how they pronounce it. I've just followed what
AI.
AI. So
Okay.
it's yeah, definitely. So it's like a past tense or something. Anyhow, let's watch the pitch video as well as let's watch your pitch video about their project.
The world of education is changing. Today's learners are digital natives and global nomads, seeking flexible, affordable, and meaningful education. But traditional schooling often struggle by limited by location, cost, and a one-size-fits-all approach. This is where the Adventist Online Academy steps in, a digital-first platform designed for a global community. It offers a mosaic curriculum, where students choose their own learning paths, progress at their own pace, and experience education that blends academic excellence with faith. With advanced technology like artificial intelligence, gamification, and collaborative tools, every learner gets personalized support. Assessments are flexible, self-guided, AI-augmented, or expert-certified, making quality Adventist education accessible to all, regardless of resources or location. But it's more than education. The Adventist Online Academy is mission-driven, integrating faith and learning, strengthening Adventist identity, and expanding the reach of the gospel to every corner of the world. Adventist Online Academy, because education should not only prepare you for a career, but also for eternity.
AI X. That's your pitch video, and now let's look at what their prototype looks like. Let's go through. Let's look at this one. So this is a prototype for their Adventist Online Academy, and this is one of the more interesting projects that we've seen. One of the emphasis of this project is this AI learning engine. And what this hopes to achieve is to have this adaptive learning for each and every student. Imagine having a teacher. Imagine having a different learning experience for you, for each and every student. I believe this is the goal of this project, so to speak. Later on, we are going to be discussing with the AIX team. So if you've got any questions about here, so they've got this gamification portion as well, and it's all built on cutting edge technology. You've got data analytics, and of course we are a very mobile focused as well. So you're seeing here a mosaic curriculum model. This is what it follows, and all of this is as I was reading the paper, one of those words that stood out to me was the word free. And I believe it has something around free education, something like that, and that's definitely an interesting model.
Yeah, I think one of the challenge when you say free is how can we sustain that for a long period of time when we free. That would be an interesting one to know if this is going to be pushed, if this is going to be deployed. I'm curious, how do we sustain this free one, this free education?
Yeah. I'd definitely be interested in seeing some of our projects who are not projects. I mean members of the church who may be more technically inclined. How they brainstorm to actually see this project to fruition.
Yes.
You know, what technologies would they actually use, things like that. This is definitely a huge it's a big undertaking, not just from a technology point of view, but you know, from other aspects as well. Definitely. So this is the prototype presentation, and now we would like to welcome our team AIDX. We're blessed this evening to have AIDX with us. Welcome to the call. Is oh wait, are they here? Yes. So we have here one of the members of Team AIDX. Welcome to the call and congratulations. We would like to take this time to talk with you about Adventist Online Academy project. But before we continue, could you quickly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi, could you hear me clearly?
Yes.
It's actually a great honor to be invited. And yeah, I'm Shakel Sibala, part of the team. The rest of the team are, I think, have several appointments, but since they pushed me to join tonight's affair, thank you so much for
Thank you
the
so much as
invitation.
well.
It's actually an honor to be part and as I was looking at the ideas, I felt humbled that you were able to choose our ideas as something to showcase the results. Thank you.
Thank you. It is our. So we would like to briefly talk a bit about Adventist Online Academy, this project. This is definitely an interesting project, and while it's a huge complex one, it's got definitely interesting there.
Yeah, and my question. By the way, hi. So my question was supposed to be, what inspired your team to join MissionTech 2025? And when he mentioned, was because it was pushed. But anyway, we want to know what inspired you and your team to join MissionTech 2025.
Actually, the one of the things is this idea was conceived, I think, 10 or 7 years ago
Oh,
in a graduate school class. It was a project, and at that time, AI didn't even existed yet. It's not large language models are not yet available, but I think it was starting. But anyway, so when Ryan actually introduced, and I saw it in Facebook, I think when SSD launched it, uh, I decided to pitch also and look for a team that brainstorm the idea. I sent it to Jinkoy, one of the team members. I sent the concept to him together with the paper, and he said, and he's actually after a few hours, he sent back the feedback with the pros and the cons. And I also realized that it would be a very big project, but you know, one of the purpose for the team is actually to just bring the concept and the idea to a larger audience rather than it sitting in a shelf covered
yes.
in dust and then it slowly dies. And the thing is, uh, it was a concept that lasted for 7 years, and I could see how this actually ideas came about. And you could say, I thought of that before, and yeah, I thought of that before. Why didn't I bring it out? So I think that's one of the things. And since it's mission related, that's something that actually is inspiring to think about. Yep.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Now, I know you as an educator, and I think you're an educator at heart. So my question is going to ask you, what was the challenge you were trying to address in education?
Number one is personalized learning.
Hmm.
That's one thing. You know, you could not you could not teach. A good analogy is, you could not teach a snake to fly. You
Right.
have to teach a snake to be a snake.
Yeah.
And yet, when you look at education and how, especially Western type of education, you always have the same lessons. They
Hmm.
have to
Mm-mm.
learn it at the same pace. In other
Right.
words, they have to come out the same,
Hmm.
which, for me, runs against the grain of the values that I have.
Hmm.
So that's one thing that maybe AI could help out, especially if you have a music curriculum which suggests what fits the person.
Hmm.
So I don't know. So that's one thing. Another is, how do you make the truth fit a student's level and concept? Because sometimes we also tell the truth the same way.
Hmm.
So that's one of the challenges that I actually kind of conceptualize together with the team
Hmm.
regarding that on the educational aspect. Actually, I'm more towards the education. Jinkoy and Sherwin are on the technology side. Then Mama Rebel was our sponsor. So
Oh,
that's how the team is kind of structured.
wow, so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I love and I think one of the more important things that you could probably say take away from all this is especially with the adaptive learning
Right.
Mm.
portion. I believe that idea would have been harder,
Way.
way harder,
Yeah.
a few years back.
Yeah.
But now, because of progress,
Yeah.
technological advancements, especially with AI,
Yes.
it's what enables
Yes.
these ideas to
Mm.
be
To come to life. Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, and one of the biggest takeaway also as well here with the ideathon is that it's now a platform. I said to Rene a while ago, it's a platform to be heard. Now,
Mm,
MissionTech
yes.
has ideas way before, and
Yes.
there's no platform where is it going to share this. And this MissionTech Ideathon 2025 fits that criteria where he could
Definitely.
share this idea throughout.
Yes, and definitely, and we do hope that by and by someone's gonna pick this one
Yes,
up,
yes.
and we hope that there's a collaboration that's
Yeah.
going to happen with this project.
Yeah.
Anyhow, moving on. Um, we understand, yeah, that you've chosen Sulad's Philippines as your team beneficiary. You know, so what does it mean to your team to be able to support Sulad's through your participation in this event?
Uh, education, whether we like it or not, is always unfair. And I always believe that those who need education the most, they don't get the education that they need. So to make it at least a little bit fairer, that's why we choose Sulads in a way. So they're making great progress. They're, you know, making waves. So it I also have actually classmates before who were of indigenous from the indigenous tribes in the Philippines when I was in high school. We become close, and those are things that I heard stories on how hard it is for them to get an education. And Sulads is actually bringing this education to those things, to those groups that are unreached. So, you know, education changes lives,
Yes.
but unless education reaches those lives would never be changed.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Such a powerful message. So, for those joining us today, Sula's Philippines, whose name stands for Socio-Economic Uplift, Literacy, Anthropological, and Development Services, is a remarkable ministry established in 1969 by the Adventist Church in South Philippines. Their mission is to serve indigenous and upland communities through free healthcare, free education, and livelihood programs. So beyond meeting practical needs, SULADs bring holistic support, spiritual, mental, and physical, to some of the most remote and underserved areas of our country. And now, Team AIX, it is our joy to present this $1,000 support grant, okay, to your selected beneficiary, SULADs Philippines. May this contribution further empower their ministry and extend hope to the communities they serve. So thank you so much, Kia Shekel, for joining us today. Thank you so much, AI team. Please extend our thanks to the rest of the team AIX. I understand that they were not able to join our call this evening, but in any case, we still thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And now, finally, we also have with us Team Mission Possible from Malaysia. Welcome to you. Welcome to you all, Team Mission Possible, and congratulations to you. Again, we would like to chat with the people behind the project, but before we do that, let's watch their project called, what was their project called about? Sorry.
The Mission Possible.
Mission Possible. Advent Solutions. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Their project, Advent Solution. Let's watch their pitch video.
Our generation is scrolling non-stop, but our faith is on 1%. We are a global church, creative and connected. But the way we treat God's mission could use a little upgrade.
The I Will Go initiative wants us to unite and reach the world, but we are basically moving blind. We can't see where God's actually working or where people miss us most. Time to change the game.
Let's take apps we're already obsessed with and turn them into something epic, where scrolling meets purpose, faith gets fun, and mission become unmissable.
Digital meets divine. Let's go!
What if every click, every prayer, every act of faith united in one purpose? That's the Advent solution. So, here's how it works.
You completed a mission task. Maybe praying with a friend, joining Sabbath school, or helping someone in need. You then open the My Adventist Companion app, tap Mission Complete, and score some merit points. Pretty cool, right? But those points don't just sit there. They transform into in-game currency that lets players build the mission verse. A virtual Adventist world where every good deed unlocks something new. A church, a counseling center, maybe even a bridge that connects believers from across continents. Instead of being pulled into endless scrolling or worldly gaming, this turns the digital space into something redemptive. A place where faith becomes fun, interactive, and grounded in Adventist values. And while that's happening, every tap and task sends a signal straight to the leadership dashboard. Real-time data shows how faith is growing, where engagement is rising, and what ministries need more support. Leaders can finally see the pulse of their mission. Live, accurate, spirit-led. From youth action to data-driven discipleship, the Advent solution transforms digital entertainment into eternal engagement, turning faith into insight, games into growth, and every click into a step closer to finishing the work.
This is the advanced solution where faith goes digital and the mission comes alive.
And finally, now we have Team Mission Possible with us from Malaysia. Welcome to you all, Team Mission Possible, Vivian, and the rest of the team. Welcome
Hello.
to you all.
Hi.
Again, we'd like to chat with you
Asia.
guys and talk about a bit about Advent Solution. But before we go through that, would you guys quickly, introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Right, so we're just going to start from our side and then we introduce ourselves.
Yes,
My
we'd
name
love
is
that.
Vivian. I'm the team leader for this Mission Possible.
My name is Grace.
My name is Nero.
My name is Thomas Chen.
My name is Pastor Junron.
I'm Isia.
I'm Chuai. Hi.
Hi. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us and for tonight's recognition ceremony. So all of you are students, staff.
Well, that one student that we have in our group, she's on vacation right now, so it's a student end of year holiday. So she's back in her hometown, so she won't be able to. So this is like a bit of history. So this is actually a combine between the Penang Adventist Hospital IS division and the the Adventist College of Nursing. And Dr. Thomas here is actually our CE for Adventist College of Nursing. That's why he specifically wanted to join us here today, maybe to replace the student on behalf of him.
So you replace the student with a CFO. That's wonderful.
It's a big upgrade.
Good. So we'd like to, quickly, we'd like to talk a bit about the project. What inspired you to come up with this idea?
Well, at first, to be honest, when we received this, everything was done in a kind of last minute kind of thing, and I kind of have this idea for some times now because part of my team here, what we do is we manage the information system of the hospital or the EMR system of the hospital. And last year we managed to automate the chaplain department's report. So I was thinking maybe now that when we presented with this opportunity, I thought maybe we can do something more to the mission. What we can do within our own chaplain department in this hospital, maybe we can extend this to the mission, right? We can do some more now. And we decided to join, to go with the Adventist College of Nursing because they have a lot of young people and they're very creative. So we approached them and they approached us as well. And then we come up with this idea. I presented the idea to them and they're all on board with it. That's how we come up with that.
Wow, nice. And the project's really interesting. It's made up of 3 modules. You've got the mobile app, you've got the leadership platform, then you've got the MissionVerse. That's like the virtual world.
That idea
platform,
is very bold, actually. It's a big project or a big module or component to this project, and I'm very curious. And how do you envision youth moving between the physical world and the virtual environment? I mean, it's very interesting that I'm imagining how does this look like. So can you tell us more about MissionVerse?
Yeah, MissionVerse. Yeah.
So MissionVerse is actually a virtual world. Some people will like to call it as a game. Maybe you can have you can picture. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the gaming the game platform that children often play is the Roblox, right? There's the adult version. Minecraft is another one, and the adult version is the second line, right? So my nieces, especially, they love playing Roblox. Every time I come home, they ask me to join them, and all they do was jumping around. But one of the things that Roblox can do is to actually create their own environment. So basically, creating their own virtual environment. So users that play in, they can bring. It's like playing with Sims. If you have heard about the Sims, where you can bring in, you buy things, and then with your marriage point, and then you create a house or you can create a community. So instead of just building a house, you can actually build a mini village, basically, where basically whatever that you have in the real world, you can translate into the virtual world. So basically, instead of you walking around in real life, you actually playing, doing the same thing, but in the virtual world. Now, this is actually very good for those people who have mobility issues, for example, or people with social anxiety. And a lot of people nowadays, the youth especially, they don't really like going out. They like to stay at home, some of them. And these are the people that we want to reach, right? So digital space like this makes it easier for them to communicate, especially those those who are introverts. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So just things that it's not just building house or villages. Basically, when you build, you up to certain level, you actually unlocks other things. For example, one of the things that we think about is, okay, so you have all these max point that you get from doing all these mission works, converted in-game currency, and then from there you then what do you call that? You then unlock certain function. For example, you build a counseling center. That counseling center will open up instances, right? Instances where you can actually talk to a real counseling. Now the benefit is going to be something like it's nobody can. It's going to be anonymous, so you can talk to that person or the counselor, which is vetted by the missions, whatever, and then you can talk to them in real time, but using your avatar or using your in-game character. The other things that in case we get something like COVID again, the church that we're going to build inside the virtual, if we're going to build that, actually you are going to build that, then it's going to be something like people can go in using their own characters and they actually worship inside, like proper with microphones and people who are actually preaching it. So it's like a full mini digital world for people going to church.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things you can and once you unlock another one, you can actually go to a different platform from another church, for example. And imagine if if it's someone from Philippines, for example, right? They built another similar to us. We can actually visit each other. So something that if in real world you have to actually travel during January or like to be able to speak to another person in a different place. But here you just visit their sim or their platform and you can connect with them, like interact like normal people.
Yeah, definitely. That's such a wild.
Like I said, it's very bold.
Yeah.
It's very bold.
Now,
But it's really good.
yeah, it's really good. Now, Vivian, so we've got this mission verse. We're interested to know what your team's, what Mission Possible thoughts are on this idea. So you know how we introduced prior in our program, where we introduced one of the teams with the sheep project. We were wondering, so you've got this virtual world where anything goes. Do you think you could include a sheep in that virtual world?
You want to bring a sheep?
Yeah, this
You
sheep
want the
I have on the screen right now.
Want to trade my sheep for a name?
Yeah. But as long as that animals is not somebody who thinks they are animal, then it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. So yes, we can. Anything goes.
It's a merge of two worlds.
Yeah. We really love the way usually digital realm usually means that you're not really connected, you're disconnected. But I love the way the mission verse really actually makes people connect. Because when you need to build something, you have to have community to do it. And that's the best part of it. You're not alone in, in what you're doing. And that's a different way of doing mission. And that's what we really loved about and appreciated about this project. Because you're not just on your phone doing something holy, so to speak,
by yourself,
but you're actually in a team. And that's really beautiful. So thank you so much and congratulations. And thank you so much for your hard work and creativity, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I understand that for Team Mission Possible, they have also chosen a team beneficiary, their team beneficiary that called the Adventist College of Nursing and Health Sciences Spiritual Life Fund. Before we go through with the handing of the check, we'd like to briefly introduce this ministry through this short video.
The Adventist College of Nursing and Health Sciences is the only Adventist higher education institution in Malaysia, established in 1992 by Penang Adventist Hospital. While providing professional nursing education, the college also upholds Christian values and promotes spiritual development. The Spiritual Life Fund supports programs that nurtures students holistically, preparing them to serve with empathy and integrity. These initiatives benefit both Adventist and non-Adventist students and staff. Activities carried out including the College Spiritual Camp, Voice of Youth, Festival of Faith, Health and Relationship Programs, Senior Farewell Program, Faculty Spiritual Retreat, and other ongoing activities including care groups, College Sabbath, discipleship training, and more. We pray that through this support of this fund, more spiritual activities can be carried out so that every life that walks through this college may be transformed and led closer to Christ.
And now, Team Mission Possible and Adventist College of Nursing and Health Sciences School, it is our joy to present to you this $1,000 support grant to the ACNHS Spiritual Life Fund. And we would like to hand you this check. Okay, there you go. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Amazing. We truly appreciate you're accepting this. And we hope that this small amount would be able to continue further empower the Spiritual Life Fund ministry of ACNHS.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to the team, the Mission Possible team, and also MissionTech that organized this Ideathon program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much once again. Appreciate it. And so, thank you so much, Team Mission Possible. And so, we'd like to thank, this is our very first recognition event.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe that we've done it. We've pioneered this event, and I'm really glad that we have teams who have collaborated, participated, and I really enjoyed working with these teams as well, and looking at their videos and their submissions as well. And remember, if you're interested, you can continue going back to our project website. We have all the submissions from our teams there at tech.adventist.asia. Go to the projects page and you'll find more detail. If you're interested in contributing, if you're interested in like making some of these projects come to life, feel free to go to that website and download their project brief, their presentation decks, as well as their prototypes and mock-ups, and collaborate with these teams that we have had during this event. Oh, we actually have team journey videos for each of the teams.
Yes, yes.
I'd like to watch that. Let's see from both AI Dex and Team Mission Possible.
When we first heard about MissionTech 2025, we were inspired by one question: how can technology become a ministry? That idea led us to create Adventist Online Academy, a platform that brings Christ-centered learning to anyone, anywhere.
We saw the gap. Students needed accessible, value-based education. We wanted to bridge that through innovation grounded in mission.
Our teamwork started with the prayer and lots of brainstorming. Each of us brought something different: research, design, tech, and analytics.
Of course, it wasn't easy. Balancing faith principles with cutting-edge features like AI and blockchain challenged us. But prayer, mentorship, and persistence kept us aligned with our purpose.
The highlight was seeing our concept finally come alive. Watching faith and technology blend seamlessly was unforgettable.
And when our leader said, "You're not just building a project, you're building a mission," that moment fueled us.
We refined our idea after feedback, simplifying the platform so it's not just smart, but also inclusive and accessible.
This journey taught us that technology is powerful, but mission gives it meaning. We didn't just design an app. We built a vision for digital discipleship.
We are the Adventist Online Academy team, using innovation to serve education, faith, and the world.
Well, we almost didn't make it. I think we received the notice, or my director or manager sent us an email saying that if we wanted to join, we need to do this and this and this. I thought I couldn't get enough people to go on time, and let alone to produce a submission before the 15th or the 16th. I couldn't remember. But then my boss came back to me, and then she said, "You know what? I will clear the path for you if you join." So I thought, okay, I've got a few ideas. We've got a few ideas. As long as I got the team to do it with me, then I think it shouldn't be a problem.
When I first heard about this project, I was filled with excitement. I knew it was a wonderful opportunity to use what God has given us to do something meaningful for Him.
We discuss ideas together whenever possible, but it was quite hard to find a common time for everyone to meet. To manage that, we use online chats to share updates and feedback. My task was to create a rough design of the application and dashboard interface so the team could visualize our project better.
Initially, we faced some difficulties meeting together physically as a team to discuss our ideas. However, we overcame this by planning our schedule, our meeting in advance, and making sure everyone could make time for a short physical meeting. And then the rest of the discussion is actually in the WhatsApp group, thanks to WhatsApp.
The hardest part was balancing time between meetings and designing the interface. I overcame it by planning my schedule carefully, setting small goals and communicating closely with my teammates to stay on track.
When we are encouraging each other to do the video pitch recording, it's not our usual things to do. So to speak in front of the camera, it's quite fun for all of us.
Our mentor, Joanne, we had a talk with her, just today. I think if there's anything that she wanted to change was one of the features that called Glorify that she's been using for a while. and we installed it and we had a look at it, and I think there are some good features that they add.
I learned that having a clear mission helps us stay focused on our goal. Technology makes our work easier and more creative. Most of all, teamwork is important because working together helps us solve problems and succeed.
For joining us for this recognition event. To all participants and all teams, we appreciate all your contributions and look forward to seeing these ideas become part of mission in some way wherever you are. We hope that this ideathon will inspire you to create solutions in your sphere and not be afraid to use tech to address those same challenges. Creatives and the tech savvy can come together and collaborate through such platforms. See you all in MissionTech 2026.